Did you know that some dog breeds have been known to fend off wolves throughout history? But how would they actually stack up in a real confrontation? Wolves are wild predators, built for speed, strength, and survival. But some dog breeds were bred specifically to protect livestock and people from these apex hunters. So could any of them actually stand their ground against a wolf? The answer might surprise you, so stick around to find out. Throughout history, humans have bred certain dogs to guard livestock, defend homes, and even fight off dangerous predators. Some of these breeds are massive, strong, and fiercely loyal, but are they actually capable of taking on a wild wolf? In this video, we'll break down the physical and mental differences between wolves and dogs, the strongest dog breeds that have been used to fight off wolves, expert opinions on whether any dog could truly defeat a wolf one-on-one. Make sure to watch until the end to hear the surprising verdict. Before we look at specific dog breeds, let's compare wolves and dogs in key areas: size and strength. Wolves are larger and more muscular than most domestic dogs. The average gray wolf weighs between 80 and 120 pounds, with some reaching up to 175 pounds. Before we look at specific dog breeds, let's compare wolves and dogs in key areas: size and strength. Wolves are larger and more muscular than most domestic dogs. The average gray wolf weighs between 80 and 120 pounds, with some reaching up to 175 pounds. Compare that to a large domestic dog, like a German Shepherd or Rottweiler, which usually maxes out at around 90 to 100 pounds. The wolf has a clear size advantage. Bite force. Bite force is crucial in a fight. Let's compare wolf 400 to 1,200 psi, Kangal dog 743 psi, Rottweiler 328 psi, German Shepherd 238 psi. A wolf's bite is nearly double that of even the strongest domestic dogs, making it a bone-crushing powerhouse. Temperament and instincts. Perhaps the biggest difference between wolves and dogs is instinct. Wolves are wild predators, meaning they are more aggressive in fights, trained by nature to hunt and kill, and built for endurance, meaning they can fight longer than most dogs. Dogs, on the other hand, have been domesticated for thousands of years. Even powerful guardian breeds rely on human commands and have not evolved to fight for survival like wolves. So, knowing all of this, do any breeds actually have a chance? Let's look at 4 dog breeds that have been historically used to fight off wolves. Kangal, also known as the powerhouse, originates from Turkey. They weigh between 110 to 145 pounds and have a bite force of 743 psi, which is the strongest of any domestic dog. The Kangal was bred specifically to protect sheep from wolves in Turkey. These dogs are massive, fearless, and incredibly strong. Farmers still use them today because a single Kangal has been documented fighting off wolves. In rural Turkey, Kangals often work in pairs to defend livestock, proving they can take on lone wolves or even small packs when necessary. Anatolian Shepherd, known as the Guardian, also originates from Turkey. They weigh between 90 to 150 pounds and have a bite force of over 500 psi. Like the Kangal, the Anatolian Shepherd has been used for centuries to guard livestock. They are incredibly territorial and trained to chase off predators before a fight even happens. Farmers in the Middle East have reported Anatolian Shepherds successfully scaring off wolves, especially when working as a team. Alaskan Malamute, also known as the pack hunter. Originating from Alaska, these dogs weigh between 75 to 100 pounds and have a bite force of over 400 psi. One of the closest relatives to the wolf, the Alaskan Malamute, is incredibly strong. While not bred to fight wolves, Malamutes have been used for sled pulling and survival in harsh Arctic conditions. There have been historical reports of Malamutes defending sled teams from wolves, although they are not as aggressive as Kangals or Shepherds. The Tibetan Mastiff, also known as the Ancient Protector, hails from the highlands of Tibet. Weighing between 90 to 160 pounds, this formidable breed boasts a bite force of 550 psi. Historically, The Tibetan Mastiff was bred to safeguard monasteries and livestock from the threats of leopards, wolves and bears in the rugged Himalayas. There have been reports of some Tibetan Mastiffs chasing wolves away from villages, but do they really engage in fights with these wild predators? So could any of these dogs actually defeat a wolf in a fight? The answer? It depends. A lone wolf versus a lone dog. The wolf almost always wins due to its killer instincts, endurance, and experience in life-or-death fights. A large guardian dog versus a young or injured wolf, the dog might be able to defend itself. A pack of dogs versus a single wolf, the dogs could win, but wolves rarely fight alone. According to experts, the best way to defend against wolves is to use multiple livestock guardian dogs working together. Even Kangals and Tibetan Mastiffs rely on teamwork to keep predators away. So, what's the final verdict? While some breeds like the Kangal, Anatolian Shepherd and Tibetan Mastiff have the strength to stand their ground, a wolf's wild instincts, endurance and experience make it the superior fighter in most cases. However, dogs don't need to fight wolves. Their presence alone is usually enough to scare wolves away. Would you ever own one of these powerful breeds? Let us know in the comments. If you love learning about incredible dog breeds and their amazing history, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of dogs.